What is remote sensing? See, remote sensing, if we see, it is made up of two words, remote plus sensing. First, let us see remote. Remote means far, away, at a distance. Sensing means gathering some information. So, remote plus sensing, what does it mean? Gathering some information from far. That is without touching anything. If we capture any information regarding that, that is remote sensing. For example, we have 5 senses. If we are hearing something, are we touching that particular voice? No, but still we are hearing that. We are seeing something. We are gathering the information, but we are not touching anything. We are not in the physical contact. But if we see our skin, we will feel only if it is touched. So it is not a process of remote sensing. So in civil engineering, remote sensing is the science and arts of capturing information of an area, object or phenomena from far distance without coming in the physical contact. Usually this information is captured using some sensor on airborne or satellite. Process of remote sensing. See, it is the process of capturing the data regarding the earth from any satellite. Okay. So in this process there are total 7 components. First component is the energy source. There have to be one energy source. Second component is interaction of that energy with atmosphere. Third component of the remote sensing process is the target. Fourth component of the remote sensing is the sensor. Fifth component is the processing hub. Sixth component is analysis. And seventh component is application. Now we will see all these components of remote sensing process one by one. So what was the first component? Energy source. So there can be 2 types of energy source. One can be natural source, one can be artificial source. Now for passive, the remote sensing is of 2 types, passive remote sensing and active remote sensing. For passive remote sensing, there will be natural source of light. Now what is the biggest natural source of light if we see around? It is the sun. Then second source of light can be artificial. Any satellite can have its own source of energy. In other example, if we say in our mobile phone we are taking photo, we switch on the flashlight, so that becomes active source of energy. So in source of energy there are two things, active and passive, natural source and artificial source. Second component is atmospheric interactions. Now see, from the energy source, energy is traveling through the atmosphere. In atmosphere there will be several kinds of obstructions. For example, clouds might be there, there might be some dust particles, there might be some gases. So light will be interacting with these particles or cloud, and there will be certain kinds of interaction with the atmosphere. Now the third component is target. So target can be any area for what we are going to capture the data. Now inside the target there can be different kind of features. For example, if we are capturing data for any particular city, so within that city there can be different buildings, some vegetation might be there, in outskirts there might be some agriculture, there will be some water bodies. So all this come under category of targets. Next component of remote sensing is sensors. Sensors are the instruments that actually sense the information, that actually capture the information. Just one example, if we are taking a photo, our mobile phone will be the sensor. If I am seeing something, my eyes will be the sensor. If I am hearing something, my ears will be the sensor. But in remote sensing, in our civil engineering, if we say, sensors will be some cameras in different electromagnetic spectrums that will be installed on some drone or some aeroplane, helicopter or some satellite. Fifth component of remote sensing process is the processing station. See, once the satellite have captured the data will be transmitted to some processing station on the ground for the further processing. So in the processing station, any kind of disparity in the data that have to be removed. Any kind of noise because of environment that have to be removed. So this is all have to be done at the processing station. Sixth component of remote sensing process is analysis. So now once the data is processed, it have to be analyzed to get some informative inferences. So for that, analysis have to be done. Now the seventh and the last component of remote sensing processing is applications. Now once the data is analyzed, there will be real life applications. There are many applications of remote sensing. Some of these applications are urban planning, agriculture, environmental monitoring, etc. All these applications and all the components in very detail we will be seeing in coming videos. Thank you.